We're going to get going here in just a moment with the latest edition of Gears Freaks.
Top of the pack, I still got two big balls in my big nut sack. Feel my bumper like I'm bumper, sent you to the back. Just like your mama, cause she loves it in the crack. Bitch, pop that ass, come to green. Bitch, pop that ass, come to green. Bitch, pop that ass, come to green. Down in 12 packs, man, so obscene. Got my mullet fresh cut and my bush light. Gonna get some bitches, I know for sure tonight. Turning left, hit the gas, I gotta set my sights. When I win, I'm going in on your mom tonight. Bitch, pop that ass, come to green.
All right, welcome here tonight to the Dundies 250, sponsored by Mr. Gurley and the Buddy Hiltner Memorial. But before we get into that, let's see here the latest edition of Gears Freaks.
That was fun, man. Agreed. Alright everyone, welcome to the Mat 45, the Canadian Tire. I'd like to thank everyone who showed up tonight for their attendance and their commitment to the Gears Racing League.
Green flag racing for the Mat 45, and let's see how everybody does in turn one. Oh, getting sent to the cleaners is Nathan Fuller.
I don't want to say anything until I see a replay.
Sorry, Matt, didn't know we were green.
Alright, Logan.
My bad.
No, you're fine. Oh my god!
the winner of the Mad 45, Nasty Beast Toyota Camry Machine Van Drugman.
Good win, bro.
Good one, man.
Looks like a playoff picture and technical difficulties just keep on happening. Thank you, Ryan. As I mentioned before, Van Drugman, 4 wins on the year, walked away in the Mat 45 points. Brad Gutierrez is still your leader. That top 5 is all locked in. But as you can see, your playoff picture, race 22 of 24. Post-Canada. Again, Jonathan Militia, Keaton Salyers, Cody Johnson, and Nathan Fuller all on that bubble. Looks like Cody Johnson is not playoff eligible. Jonathan Militia out tonight on vacation. I don't believe he is in the house. If he is, I would be very surprised. Again, tonight's Dundies 250 sponsored by Stephen Gurley and the Buddy Hiltner Memorial. Again, hearts go out to Stephen with a loss unimaginable. But he is showing up tonight, sponsoring this race. Again, a winner tonight will receive $30 in cold hard cash, and a random will win 5. It doesn't matter. You get a random, you might just win. As we're getting ready to go out onto the racetrack, trying to sport the Dunder Mifflin theme here tonight. Again, happy to be with you. I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horse Boat. Again, apologies all around. The audio issues galore tonight. Good Lord. Let's get right out to the racetrack and see who we can see. And we'll start off on board with the 9 of Mike DeWalt. Again, finishing in second place last week. The Mat 45 had a good run. A good run was had indeed. I'll turn on my mic so y'all can hear me. Yakko Mode 11 _ TTV. Thank you for joining us. Again, this is the Dundies 250. 2 races left before our playoffs begin here for the Gears Cup Series. Again, Mike DeWalt, one of those guys that has already clinched, but could do more damage here at Pocono. Again, Pocono is one of those racetracks where, you either know it or you don't. And Mike DeWalt certainly does. He is now starting on lap 1. Coming off the corner, nice and smooth. Down the backstretch he goes. Into that beautiful tunnel turn. Again, known as the Tricky Triangle for those uninitiated. Let's see where he starts. starts off. Nathan Fuller with the 54.73 to lead us off. Skylar Comstock with the 54.54. Mike DeWalt, let's see where he ends up, crosses the finish line. Lap 1 is going to put him up to second with a 54.50. Let's stay here for lap 2. Nice, good run off that corner next to the wall. Kind of what you want. And to hit that entry in the tunnel turn, make it as smooth as possible. Downshift, get that car to turn. And then right on out. Alex Tilley with a 54.14 and Michael Meacham with a 54.15. Can Mike DeWalt beat it? Can he improve his lap time? Coming across the start-finish line. Let's see what he can get. Moved down all the way to 15th since last time he checked in. 6th best so far with a 54.29. Going to run with now the 33 of Jacob Delgado. First lap was a 54.37, good enough for 9th. Oh, gets a little wiggly. Jiggling it around. And it looks like he's slowing down for whatever reason. Not sure why that is. But I guess we'll find out in a moment. Yeah, not sure if I caught the wrong guy here. Certainly not what you look for here. Paul Wilkins now out on the track. Going to be the 54.20. Let's see if anybody out there. Yeah, it looks like 55.27 for Travis Stroney. Matthew Weeks, your current pole sitter, and now it is Perrin Huggins. Perrin Huggins with a 54.01. And that is it for qualifying. And it looks like we will have a race of shame. But we won't get into that. Looks like Joshua Personette, the only one not to make the show, unfortunately, here tonight. And we'll bring it back in just for a moment. Again, we'll go over a little bit while that is happening. Again, I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horse Boat. Thank you for joining us here tonight for the Dundies 250, live from Pocono Raceway here on iRacing. Again, feeling patriotic, if you see behind me there, with the eagle in view and a blue moon in my hand. Hopefully you guys have a beverage if you are of age. And get ready. Again, we'll set you up, let you know what is about to take place. Again, tonight's race is going to be 100 laps, no stage breaks, nothing like that. A total of 5 tire sets and a max fuel capacity of 70%. I am told that it is about 25 to 27 laps of fuel that you can squeak out of it, maybe a little bit more, depending on how good you are at fuel saving. Again, tonight we probably have a few of the series best. So with that being said, I'm excited to bring this race here to you tonight. Again, next week we'll look at it while we have a chance to look at it. Again, as you can see, we've completed this entire thing. I got to fix another slide now that I'm thinking about all of this. But Michigan next week, August 23rd, for the Skoll 200 is the last chance to dance. So if you are good on eligibility as far as starts, things of that nature, but you can't make it on points, a win will certainly vault you into that position But again, you don't want to have to do that, right? You want to get it done here tonight. Pocono, again, is for people not like me, which is why I'm in the booth. Again, 100 laps coming up here soon, very shortly. Again, grab a beverage, get ready. Gears Cup Series is going to start here very, very shortly.
Exploding to the top, going hard, rolling free, floating like a redwood tree. I'm almost to the end, finish strong and win again. I've got the need for some speed. I've got the need for some speed. I've got the need for some speed.
Oh, man. Yeah, there we go. Again, hopefully you're having fun tonight. Again, next week, last chance to dash at Michigan. But again, you don't want to have to do that. If you could seal the deal here tonight with a win, it's going to mean a lot. This band's pretty wild. Gears sponsored band there. Gonna change that track up a little bit. Again, having fun on this program this Friday night. Hopefully wherever you are in the country or worldwide, you're having a good night as well. We're gonna have some old faces here tonight showing up for Pocono. Some of the guys, big Pocono fans. Again, take your pick. Who's going to win in the chat? If you're lurking, if you're twerking, I appreciate you. Oh, thank you. The new mic is amazing. I love it. As it looks like we've kicked over to warm up. So, again, we are just a few moments away, about 5 minutes from the green flag dropping. Again, tonight is the Buddy Hiltner Memorial. Shout out to Stephen Gurley for sponsoring this race and his wife. We do appreciate that, and supporting the Gears Racing League. Again, tell you right now, if you have a Prime subscription, you have a sub free to use. We are trying to get up to 20. That'll get you ad-free viewing, so you don't have to worry about that stupid shit happening during the race. And you're also supporting this channel. Again, we do appreciate that. Everybody who has supported this channel, follows, likes, views, whatever it is, we appreciate having you. Again, it'll be interesting with 5 tire sets. I think everybody will fare just fine. There was talk of maybe 6, but it was voted down. 5 was the tire set tonight. Again, there's Travis Stroney in the Strohs 21 Toyota Camry. Looking beautiful as ever for Freedom United Motorsports. Again, can't wait. Get ready to do the grid walk with you in just a moment. This race is one that we ran in the Sprocket Series just a few weeks ago, and it was a banger. And then as people are getting warmed up, let's see who I can find to bring in the booth for a quick chat. Alex Tilley, do you have a copy?
I do. What's going on?
Alex Tilley again, our host, the Monday Night Sprocket Series. Just wanted to talk to you. You're going to be starting up near the front here tonight. How do you feel about your chances at Pocono?
I feel pretty good. The qualifying made me feel a little bit better, so I was glad to get in the top 5. Need a good run for the points, so just kind of settle in here, not do anything too crazy, try to bring it home in one piece, and hopefully that results in a pretty good finish.
Well, best of luck to you and your team. I know you guys are hungry to clinch tonight. Hopefully you can make that happen.
Yeah, appreciate that, Tom. Hopefully I'll be talking to you again later.
Hell yeah. Alex Tilley in the number 23 getting us set for Green Flag Racing. Again, 100 laps of hot tire burning, engines churning racing at Pocono. Again, get ready to do the grid walk here shortly. Happy to have you along with us as we are getting set for Green Flag Racing tonight for the Dundies 250. I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horseboat. You've heard me say that 40 million times. I'm going to shut up about that in just a moment. Jeremy Beal, the number 42, selects tonight. 38, Mikey Meacham on the pick as well. Again, welcome. Take your last-minute picks as we're getting ready to go green and do the grid walk for the Dundies 250. Again, if you're not familiar with the Dundies, great thing provided from The Office. As anybody who knows me knows, I'm a big fan of The Office. As they're sitting there getting ready to grid, see what we can do about doing a grid walk. Again, on the pole here for tonight is the number 8, Perrin Huggins, already in for the playoff picture. Caden, you suck. Followed this meeting. That's awesome. Thank you for following us. Second here tonight, starting on the front row, Matthew Weeks. Row 2 is going to have Mikey Meacham in the 38. Last week's winner and a dominator in the Gears Cup Series, the 45 of Van Drugman. Fifth and starting in space, the 23 car of Alex Tilley. J.J. Moore starting, looks like in 6th in the 76 Mobile One machine. Skylar Comstock starting in 7th in the West Virginia Chevrolet Camaro. Paul Wilkins, good to see him back in starting 8th. Scotland's only oval contender and champion, Brad Gutierrez in the 84 Carvana machine. Starting in 9th. In 10th is the 4 of David, King of Beers, Duker. Starting in 11th, we have the 13 of Sean Anderson making a return, and the 08 of Cody Johnson, last year's champion, making his presence felt here tonight. RGR in the house here with the 16 car of Yahir Rodriguez. Outside of him, the man, unfortunately, crashing out in the first lap of last week's race, looking to redeem himself tonight in the Stanley 24 machine. Nathan Fuller starting 14th and 15th. To the inside of him is going to be the number 9 of Mike DeWalt. Kendorian Davis, another one starting in space. There he is in the 67 machine and 16th in that FedEx 50. The 88 of Trey Holmes starting in 17th. The 48 of Matt Albert starting in 18th. The 85 of James Bolson, 19th. The 33 of Jacob Delgado in 20th. You have Kyle Munson, Blake Schneider, Josh Cole in space. Connor Rowe somewhere possibly in space. Jacob Hall right there. Keaton Salyers, Jalen Handcamp, Tyler Wooten, Ryan Robertson, Jeremy Beal in 28th. The sponsor of tonight's race, Stephen Gurley Jr. starting in 29th. Tyler Styler, the 44, starting 30th. Jeff Gilmore, Robert Fitzpatrick Sr. starting 32nd. The 25 of Christopher Pugliese in 33rd. Aiden Lunn in 34th. Jimmy Ensley in the 53 starting 35th. Dustin Wells making his debut tonight in the 935. 37th is Travis Stroney. The 34 of Brandon Meyer is 38th. Josh Cole in the 22 starting 39th. And starting dead last will be Connor Rowe. And that is your Dundies 250. Starting left. Here we go. 100 laps about ready to pop off. Hopefully you are ready for it. I know I am. Again, the Gears Cup Series sponsor tonight by the Buddy Hiltner Memorial by Stephen Gurley Jr. Much appreciated. The winner of this race getting $30 and a random driver will get a cool 5-spot courtesy of Stephen Gurley. All right, and we are set. Pace car is off. That means we are going green flag racing. Perrin Huggins leading the way. Green, green, green for the Dundies 250. I guess not. They're going to take one more lap. They're psyching me out. As the pace car goes through, looks like not everyone was gridded up. EOLs had to be given. So we're going to restart that. The pace car going inside. Blunder. It is what it is, as they had to delay the green. Gives me time to grab another beer, and hopefully you can too. Redneck Firefighter says the 8 or the 56. Caden Newsuck says the pace car. I couldn't agree more. He's leading the most laps so far. But I think we're going to be good to go here now. All right. Yeah, it looks like they are going to go green this time, which is good. Then they can not make me look like an ass. All right, coming off of turn 3, the pace car is going to duck in this time. Will we go green? I am told we are. Perrin Huggins to lead us down for the green flag for the Dundies 250. Here we go, turn 1. What's it gonna be? Oh, and it looks like, don't tell me. It is the 24 of Nathan Fuller. Getting mollywopped. Let's back that ass up for the Gears Cup Series instant replay. Let's see what happened. It's right on board. With who was near him at the moment. The 67 of Kendorian Davis. We'll back that up and take another look at it. Holy cow, drama early. And history repeating itself with a first lap crash, and it ends up being Nathan Fuller. And it looks like, I don't know, it was just if somebody overdrove it, somebody broke a little early, trying to take it easy. Your guess is as good as mine. But holy cow. Let's see if I can take one more look at that before we get back out. Yeah, and you can see I don't know if somebody didn't anticipate the checkup, or we're going to watch it here just for a split second. And it looks like, yeah, I don't want to speculate. That's unfortunate, though. You hate to see it, but it happens. And that is unfortunate for Nathan Fuller and his team with Rocket Racing. The 24 team has had a rough couple of weeks. And this night, tonight, has just gotten a little tougher for the 24 team. So again, we got a couple laps in, or at least a lap. Not even one full lap under green yet, but we are working on it. Perrin Huggins is your current leader at this current moment, with Mikey Meacham, Matthew Weeks, Van Drugman, Alex Tilley, Brad Gutierrez, J.J. Moore, Skylar Comstock, David Tucker, and Yahir Rodriguez in your top 10. Big movers so far. A couple of spots apiece for Brad Gutierrez, Yahir Rodriguez getting 3. Mike DeWalt, Trey Holmes, James Bowles, and Jacob Delgado, some of the biggest movers inside of the top 20. Going to be a good time. Get up, get a bathroom break in. I do anticipate this one having a good long green flag run. I am hopeful that pit strategy will come into play here late. Some of these drivers, they have really bold initiatives when it comes to that, and I love seeing that play out. Looks like Johnson, Anderson, DeWalt. Going to Walt, doing the Philly fake out. A lot of others going into the pits, probably for fuel to top off there. I could see that. Tire wear, not a factor here so far. I would get an interview for that, but I'm not going to go there. Unfortunately, just not in the cards here tonight. Again, tensions are high with only two races remaining. You know, if you're a team that gets knocked out here tonight and cannot move forward, it's just would be a devastating blow. Again, as we mentioned in the pre-race show, the importance of making it. Again, while they're under caution there, we'll take a quick look and we'll kind of come back to this as we go through the night. As you see on the bubble is Shoup, Jonathan Evans, Alex Tilley, Skylar Comstock, Travis Stroney, and Kyle Munson. The only one not out on the track in that group is Justin Shoup. He is in race control here tonight. But Jonathan Evans, I don't see on here as well. I don't think he is here tonight. So Tilley, Comstock, Stroney, and Munson have a shot. They just need to finish and finish strong. If they can win, even better. Like we talked to Alex Tilley prior to Green Flag Racing, he does feel confident in his ability to finish high tonight. Again, he started 5th. That's where he currently is. He could lock it in with a win tonight, or a really solid finish. He could have a shot at it. And it looks like they're going to go back to Green Flag Racing here this next time by, as the pace car lights are off. Perrin Huggins and Mikey Meacham on the front row with Van Drugman and Matthew Weeks. Brad Gutierrez and Alex Tilley, Skylar Comstock and J.J. Moore. Yahir Rodriguez and David Tucker. Trey Holmes and Mike DeWalt. James Bowles and Jacob Delgado. Blake Schneider and Jake Hall. Keaton Salyers and Jalen Handcamp. And Jeremy Beal and Christopher Pugliese rounding out your top 20. Again, excited to have you along here for the ride. The Dundies 250 is 100 laps. And we should get through this fairly calmly tonight. At least one might hope for. Pace car pulls off, and we are getting back to green flag racing in the restart zone. Perrin Huggins leads us off, and we are gone. Oh, blocking down to the bottom between J.J. Moore and Jair Rodriguez. 3 wide. Goodness gracious, again, this, when we tested this, I'm told this setup was really good. Or at least decent to drive and be competitive. I think it's in the top 5 up there. Kind of sorting themselves out. I got to give a big shout out to my man Blake Schneider. Big fan of the McDonald's theme, number 6. Beautiful Midnight Mac Attack. Again, they all come down the front stretch. Everybody seems to be holding their own. See battle here between Skylar Comstock and Yair Rodriguez, 2 teammates. Hopefully they'll take care of each other here and not have to worry too much about getting into one another. Yeah, you see, oh, we got a little bumping and banging between Tucker and Rodriguez. Wonder who ruffled whose feathers first. Say that 3 times fast. I can't, maybe when I'm drunk. See J.J. Moore there all over the back bumper of David Tucker as he looks to the inside in turn 3. This is a battle for 8th. And he's going to take it to the inside. Moving now further back down the way where Jalen Handcamp, and it looks like we already have more action and another caution. I'm curious to see who could that be, and it looks like Aiden Lunn. Let's back that ass up and see what we can find on the Gears Cup Series instant replay of love. Oh, wow, and it looks like Dustin Wells is involved in this somehow. With Connor Rowe with a fresh scheme. Holy cow. See what happened here. Oh, I believe that was a little bit of love or maybe a little bit of net code. Check it out and see what we can find here. Let's slow-mo it. It might have been a little touch. I don't know. Maybe a little bit. I don't know. But as we see going on behind him, everybody bracing, trying not to die. Looks like that's Christopher Pugliese in the Sheets 25 machine with Josh Cole right there. It looks like everybody is almost okay, and then Dustin Wells eats shit right on that inside wall. And that is unfortunate for the 935. I love his car. Beautiful car. Sad ending to this one. Take a look at it one more time. We'll ride on board with Matt, the Tide Cat Albert. of need for speed for sure. Yeah, and that is unfortunate for our drivers here tonight. Unfortunate for Dustin Wells, as he looked like he could move up through the field. As we're checking here in with the chat, just want to make it past turn one, bro. I get it, man. I feel for you. Like, usually I don't have a lot of empathy for drivers, but I do have a soft spot in my heart for you this evening, especially from that. I'm not sure what happened. I think that's a little bit of a racing deal. And unfortunately, the 67 sent you packing here tonight. I would sing you a song, but I don't think it's appropriate for this atmosphere. This new metal vibe we got going on right now. Again, the Dundies 250 sponsored by the Buddy Hiltner Memorial by Stephen Gurley in the 29. Big shout out to him. And a big shout out to the followers, the recent ones, the ones who have been here forever. We do appreciate you. Again, just trying to leave a good mark in the racing community and not a skid mark. And I believe that's what we do here with the Gears Cup Series. Again, next week is going to be Michigan. I am looking forward to that. As you can see, some drivers are doing the Philly fake out of pitting. Oh my God. But the first week of the playoffs starts September 6th. You might want to circle that on your calendar for the Dolly's Music City 200 at Nashville Super Speedway. And then September 13th, you're looking at the Daytona Road Course for the Napa O'Reilly Advanced Auto Zone 35. And to cap off our first round of playoff material, playoff content, playoff races is the Yellowwood 250 at Talladega Super Speedway. And that is on September 20th. And we count down the end of our season again. It just felt like not very long ago we just started the season, and we're already at the playoffs. Again, tonight, winner gets a nice sweet check of $30. Again, may not be a lot to someone, but that'd be a lot to me. Winning $30, that'd be awesome. Shit, even getting that random $5. Nathan Fuller, at least that's something you can hold out hope for. If anything else, I might get $5 tonight. I don't know how they're going to do that or how that works. I'm just the announcer. Again, got some news on the Horseboat, Casa de la Horseboat channel coming up here in the coming weeks. I can't wait to share it with you. I'm going to keep that sealed up until it's signed, sealed, and delivered, but we're very excited to be bringing you more content this fall and into the winter. Again, the holiday series coming up mid-November for Gears. That's about to drop here soon. And we are very excited to share that as we venture closer. Again, it's only August. But again, the holiday series is always fun. I love to race that. I give you my dash. Sometimes I'll broadcast. It's kind of a mixed bag of content, if you will. It looks like pace car lights are off. We're going to go back to green flag racing. Baron Huggins and Mikey Meacham on the front row, with Brad Gutierrez and Van Drugman. Matthew Weeks and Alex Tilley. And then you have Skylar Comstock, Yahir Rodriguez, David Tucker, J.J. Moore. You got the 85 of James Bowles, Jake Hall in that 98 machine, Trey Holmes in that 88 as well. A lot of good drivers in this field tonight. As we are in the early stages, hopefully we can get this show on the road and get a long green flag run. Again, the only real big tragedy here tonight, Nathan Fuller I don't know if he's going to make it back out on the track or not. But it looks like his day is just about done. Dustin Wells in a similar situation, I would imagine. Again, happy to have you along for the ride, whether you're lurking or twerking. Getting into we are in the nitty gritty of the season where shit starts getting real. The 8 now has control of the field in the Geico restart zone as the Ford Mustang iRacing pace car is going to pull off. And we're going to get right back at it with green flag action here at the Dundies 250 at Pocono. Oh, whipping it out to the inside is the 16 of Yahir Rodriguez. The outside is no bueno for me. I need to go to the inside. And he puts Alex Tilley in the wall. Tilley with nowhere to go between a rock and a hard place, and both of them now will suffer. That is unfortunate for the 23. Oh, banging into the wall here. Beecham to the inside, taking Brad Gutierrez with him into turn 3. Action all over the track. I can't keep up. Mistakes were made, costing drivers positions, and you see Yahir Rodriguez go to the pits. That is not good. Alex Tilley looks like he is pressing on to the back. Although, ideally, probably not where he wants to be. Probably telling me, no shit, man. But it is what it is. To make up ground. However, he can. Michael Meacham now on the point. Brad Gutierrez following right behind. He's got now about a car length of a gap. The 38 does. And then you see Matthew Weeks and Van Drugman. Both are very talented drivers. Again, Drugman with 4 wins on the season. Doesn't need any more, but will take it if given the opportunity. Trey Holmes taking over the 88. Number became available. So the Expel team said, yeah, we're taking that number. Oh, off the wall goes the 4. The 85 does as well. Jalen Handcamp almost followed with them. Looking back out to the front now to see if there's any real love connection as you see J.J. Moore bouncing off the wall. We're seeing drivers do that here tonight. Ultimately, could affect their race overall. Looks like DeWalt is in the pits. Oh, and his front end is missing. Let's find out what happened to Mike DeWalt. Let's back that ass up and see what we can find. Oh. Taking it through the tunnel turns. Oh, Kendorian Davis. Bang! Oh, my lord. That is not good for the 9 squad. No caution, which I'm kind of surprised. Nine car has had some good luck recently getting bit again. That is 2 Rocket Racers affected. Connor Rowe was the first with Nathan Fuller. So again, 3 out of 4 Rocket Racing teammates affected here tonight. One of the bigger movers, we're talking, started 39th now, worked his way up to 17th is Travis Stroney, battling with the 77 of Jeff Gilmore for 16th place. The Temperance, Michigan native doing all he can to clinch here tonight. A good finish would help him greatly. And as we look to the back of the field now, see who we can see. Blake Schneider there in the 6th. The 42 of Jeremy Beal battling there for 14th position. And away they go. 86 of Tyler Wooten rolling around there in 18th, and 19th is our race sponsor. Again, Stephen Gurley Jr., Charlotte, North Carolina native. Hopefully we can meet him next year for the Coach 600 meetup. And while we've got it, we're going to do it here. Our first loose and loud here tonight. This one, a special one for the Buddy Hiltner. Bring you back in now here just for a brief moment. We'll go back to that loose and loud. Looks like Blake Schneider just losing the beans a little bit. Getting loose out of that tunnel turn. Not much else you can say about it. Yeah, you can see the smoke already starting to go, and he thought he had it. He slapped the wall there, which I think he thought he was good, and then yeah. These cars are weird. They don't turn how you think you would want them to turn. But Blake Schneider bitten by the Pocono bug here tonight. Looks like, though, he'll probably remain on the lead lap, so that is a plus for him. We have another round of pit stops happening while you can do it. You might as well, right? You might as well. Again, the Dundies 250, sponsored by the Buddy Hiltner Memorial. And Stephen Gurley Jr. and his wife. Winner of this race gets a cool $30. And a random driver tonight will get 5. It'd be cool if it was a fan vote, but I don't think that's how they're going to do it. Again, I don't know how the hell they're going to do it. They're just going to do it. I am excited if I could look at the schedule in the playoffs again. Super speedways are fun. Talladega's going to be great. But another one that I've got circled is that second to last one, October 25th at Bristol Motor Speedway, the Bass Pro Shops night race. Again, 250 laps. That's going to be magical. That's all I can describe it. It's going to be magical. It's going to be everything you want and more. And if it isn't, too bad. Leaders looks like they're going to come down, maybe. Yep, he's going to commit. Look at that. Commitment. Matthew Weeks is going to become the leader, and he is going to lead us off for the next restart. And for the next restart, we're going to kick it back into the loose and loud. I felt like that one for Buddy Hilton was just not appropriate. So we will go back after we do a brief rundown of who's in the top 10. We'll get you back to green flag racing. Row for this restart is going to be Matthew Weeks in the 56 and David Tucker. JJ Moore and Trey Holmes going to be in row 2. Jacob Delgado and Jeremy Bial in the 6th place position. James Bowles and Jalen Handcamp. Connor Rowe and Paul Wilkins rounding out your top 10. Let's get back to that loose and loud, shall we? Again, the Dundies 250, sponsored by the Buddy Hilton Memorial. Steve Burley Get back here to the loose and loud. I'll let everybody know what's going on if you're just joining us. We are getting set to go back to green flag racing. The loose and loud is our equivalent to crank it up. have another caution here tonight. I saw it with my own two blue eyes. Let's back that ass up for the Gears Cup Series Instant Replay, sponsored by meandyourmom.com. And let's see who pushed it. Ball there with Skyler Comstock. Let's get a bead on this situation right here. Can't figure out which camera to use. Rear-ended by Perrin Huggins. Tyler Woods gets a little crazy, and I do think Tyler Steiner, yeah, of course he did, slaps the wall. Fortunate for him. Trying to avoid Cody Johnson, smacking the wall in the process. That's bringing out another caution here tonight. With the intensity, I expected a little craziness. But it's getting a little crazy. These guys are going to have to back down a little bit. Stop taking each other's nose off. Jippery Slim says this is crazy. You're goddamn right it is. I would hope that they can clean it up a little bit. Again, we have very talented drivers, but the intensity is high, and I understand that and I respect it, but you got to get to the end of the race in order to be competitive. I don't know. I don't get it. Been doing this all year. Most of these guys have raced around each other most of the season. There's been guys that have come and guys that have been gone. Really good new drivers that we have here tonight. Got some old faces showing up in the field as well. That right there, I don't know what you call it. But alas, we will prevail and it'll be okay. Again, the Dundies 250 here from Pocono. Next week is going to be Michigan, and then the following week will be the first week of the playoffs at Nashville Super Speedway. Again, if you don't know, now you know. I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horse Boat. Happy to have you in the stream, whether you're driving, lurking, or twerking, chatting it up. Appreciate all the love and support. Again, trying to get up to 20 subs here. That'd be amazing. Looks like Jimmy Ensley getting a lap back there. Or is that Alex Tilley? It's Alex Tilley getting a lap back. Getting some damage fixed. And getting back into the game. I think that might put him on the lead lap. Again, summer almost over, fall almost in play. College football season still a thing here at Gears. We have the Gears College Football 25 series. Going to have a game of the week this weekend here for you. Stay tuned for that. We'll find out who that is. We'll share it with somebody. Maybe you'll hear about it. Maybe you won't. You're going to have to stay tuned to Casa de la Horse Boat. Get those alerts. If anybody seriously turns the alerts on, you might just win a Horse Boat prize pack if you can prove it. Again, we still got a long way to go in this one. But happy to have you aboard. Again, the Skull 200 next week in Michigan. That's going to be intense. The setup for that one, I would say, is really solid. It's loose. So that means you can go fast. That was a good test session that we had. And make those next-gen cars fly around Michigan. A good track to end it for the regular season. Again, I can't believe it's the end of the regular season. We have gone through this together through the spring and through the summer. goes by way too fast. Matthew Weeks and David Tucker on the front row here to start us back off. J.J. Moore and Jacob Delgado in row 2. Row 3 is going to be Trey Holmes and James Bowles. Row 4 is going to be Connor Rowe, fighting his way back up through the field. Good for him. And the 42 of Jeremy Beal. And in row 5, rounding it out, is going to be Jalen Handcamp and Paul Wilkins. Again, hopefully you're having a solid Friday night. Getting to be 9 o'clock on the East Coast. And hope that we can get some good green flag racing. I feel like Joe Buck every time I say it, but I want it. That's what I want. Give me what I want. We don't have to worry about it. Again, pace car lights are off. Matthew Weeks in the 56 has control in the restart zone. He can use it. There they go in the Geico restart zone. Here we go back at it for another time. See a couple of guys there late to the party. Not going to do anything. Matt Albert all the way down. Oh, we got blocking down below between the 19. Good Lord. That just got wild in a hurry. I think it is right there. I hope not, but I do believe that's who it is. They get going. Keaton Salyers took Sean Anderson to the cleaners, and Ryan Robertson. Damn, Ryan Robertson. Nothing to do with that at all. Had nothing to do with that at all. Gets taken out. Again, we'll back that up one more time for you so you can see it. Right on board with Ryan Robertson. Yeah, and then you see the explosion from Robertson. Robertson, if he is pissed, he has every reason to be. Keaton Salyers, let's ride on board with him. Let's see what he was facing that caused him to in that way. Oh. Yeah, that'll do it. Kind of getting the bump. Not expecting him to come down in front of your nose. From his line, but he really came across the nose of the 19, and 19 inadvertently sent the 13 backing. Sean Anderson, undoubtedly, his night is probably over. I don't know who you'd mark that on, but it is unfortunate for those drivers. high level here tonight. A lot going on. A lot at stake. Mistakes are going to happen. And I think for some of these drivers, you feel for them because, you know, in no way, shape, or form did I think that was malicious. But it's definitely unfortunate for these guys here tonight. Let's see here. Making sure everything is working properly here. There we go. Unfortunate incident there tonight. We have to move forward. Apparently with this intensity, it is a little heated as from what I've heard and read, which I think is appropriate. People need to do a little better. They can do better. I think they will. And Matthew Weeks has led this portion of the race. A good amount of laps. David Tucker, Trey Holmes, J.J. Moore, James Bowles, Jalen Handcamp, Jeremy Beal, Condorian Davis, Paul Wilkins, and Stephen Gurley Jr. Your top 10. Again, a lot on the line, more than just a win. Again, if you're eligible points-wise and get a win, that's great. If you're eligible points-wise but are on the bubble, the win will just vault you into that next level. And the anxious or anxiety that you would experience trying to make it goes away. Again, a couple of these guys have a chance to lock in tonight, as you can see here in the playoff picture. Alex Tilley getting into troubles. Comstock as well. Stroney and Munson look like they are still good to go. Keaton Salyers. That's about the three that have a logistical shot at making a move. Skylar Comstock still on the track. Good finish for him tonight, at least finishing in front of Alex Tilley. Helped his cause greatly again. A lot of good drivers getting caught up in stuff. Pace car is off. Again, the 56 of Matthew Weeks has control, and we are back to green flag racing for the Dundies 250. Yeah, you see all that swerving in and out, things like that. Like you can't, if you can't even sit behind someone for a corner, and I understand the advantage trying to take start getting all that jazz. But something's got to give here. As it looks pretty ruthless so far. David Cooper had the lead for a brief moment, but they are side by side for it up here near the front. The 56 and the 4. James Bowles right here as well. Bowles goes in a little too hard in the paint. He's going to lose a little ground on the leaders. 56 will establish himself out in front. And we have more action. Tyler Steiner. And it looks like they're going to keep it green from what I can see. See a lot of that, like that, I don't know. For me, hard racing is one thing. But this is, yeah, like, wow. Okay. I was on the track. Be a lot of expletives thrown around here right now. Oh, Meacham almost meets the wall. Jokingly, of course, as far as expletives. Try to keep it classy. Gotta keep it classy. But here's your top 5. Matthew Beach, David, Trey Horn, Camp, and James Bowles. Gonna hang there. Back in 5th. Just hanging out is the 85. And another guy not here tonight is the 2 of Mid-Hang. Thinking about that. And oh, Tilly and Huggins. And Jacob Delgado to boot. What is this? Baron Huggins going too hard in the paint. Delgado already hit the wall on his own. Jake Hall involved. Aiden Lunn and Mike DeWalt. Smash. Yeah, I'm not sure where Baron Huggins is going. Let's back that ass up with the Gears Instant Replay. Tilly was already a little loose with Delgado. I don't know if Huggins didn't notice or didn't see it right away. I mean, it is a split-second decision, mind you. But yeah, that's a no good. Let's see what happened here with Alex Tilley. Oh yeah, lips got a little loose and Parent went in hard. Not much you can do there. Tilly just trying to survive. Deal Racer 24 says going to be a lot of penalties after this race. Tilly got away pretty well there. Yeah, he did. But he's already been in altercations here tonight. This is not good. Take a quick break here. Gonna put up a loose and loud for y'all. Again, grab a beverage. Let's reset. Get back at it for the Dundies 250. bringing it back here as we get ready to go back to green flag action. I had to step away. And I do apologize. Not trying to leave you hanging by any means. I don't like leaving people hanging on by a thread there. I mean, I think we all had Nintendo well back in the day, the old reset button. Let's hang out. Let's get back at it. Pace car is off. Matthew Weeks controlling the restart zone with Trey Holmes alongside him. And here we go. Let's get back after it. Live with me now looks like is the 66 of Ryan Robertson. Ryan, thank you so much for coming out and joining the program. I know with that special car that you had here tonight with a very special driver that had passed away recently, I know that car was pretty cool. I'd like to see it in the top 10 there.
Yeah, Tom. I like talking with you, man, and I like talking, to the viewers and stuff. But that usually means that I wrecked. So it's just part of it. Just wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, and it seems like that's happening for a lot of folks here tonight in the league. A frustrating night overall, I would say. And I think that's fair to say. The last couple weeks have been moderately decent. Tonight, though, the roses are coming out of the closet, it would seem, as far as terrorizing everyone tonight. And it looks like we've got a blinker there. Looks like Connor Rowe in and out in the Altel 5 Chevrolet Camaro. I don't know, maybe I can describe that a little bit better. And we already got action.
Oh, the wreck in front.
Matthew Weeks, Jalen Handcamp biting the dust and getting destroyed.
I don't know who hit him, but oh man.
We got more. Let's back that ass up with the Gears Cup Series instant replay. Let's see what happened here. Got up into the door of Weeks. Get Weeks loose enough. Handcamp, I think, had a hand in that a little bit. And then, Gurley gets destroyed. J.J. Moore gets destroyed. Jeff Gilmore gets destroyed. Looks like James Bowles as well. Definitely not a good look tonight for the Gears Cup Series, with the playoffs closing in.
No, definitely not, Tom. That was a lot of cars in that one. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. I'm kind of flabbergasted on that one.
Right along on board with the 70 of Jalen Handcamp. Help the cause, but I think in the moment, it's kind of hard to dictate.
Yeah, at least just watching the replay back, it looks like the 38 and the 56 made contact, and that sent Matthew almost into the wall, and he got loose, and that just mayhem after that.
Yeah, pure chaos has struck here tonight. And I don't know what it is. I mean, the setup, I think, is pretty decent. I understand coming from a driver's perspective, especially if you're on the cusp of clinching or in that window of opportunity like I mentioned here earlier on the show. I know you weren't here for that. But ultimately, you got to get to the goddamn end of the race. You can't just...
Right.
You can't just go like this, and that's the problem that I have. Anybody who's new to the show or to the program, this is not typically how this rolls. We've had some races where there's been quite a few cautions, things like that. But tonight it just seems like people are, and I'm going to get killed for this, so I'll deal with it. Seems like a lot of these guys are just driving in over their head.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you, Tom. Just being in there, and it just feels like it's a a green-white checkered every restart. If we got a little spread out and people were able to kind of pick things apart, I think it'd be fine. But we just can't manage to get to that point. We're not even halfway yet.
And the brutality, like you said, of it all is we're not even halfway, and it's almost 9:30 on the Eastern Seaboard. I guess I'll leave it out to the chat. If they want us to continue on with this program, I definitely will. We should cut this puppy short. I might do that as well. And not up to standard tonight, but we're trying to roll forward and have a good time, and I suggest that we do that.
Absolutely. There's definitely a lot of talent here. That's not the problem. There's a lot of guys who are very quick. They have a lot of talent, behind these wheels of these race cars.
And I think we got a taker for an interview. I think if it is who I think it is, I'm bringing him in right now. I'm gonna make this fun.
Let's do it.
Do I got a copy?
Loud and clear.
Yeah.
Jeremy Beal. Didn't even know who it was. I like it.
Coming to green.
Coming to green. Jeremy, quick opinion on tonight's race, if you can spare the descriptive.
Oh, I got time, brother. I got time. Honestly, I'm not sure what's going on, man. It seems like a lot of people diving into corners, knowing that they're going to get aero tight, making moves that really
a lot of cock blocking.
Don't make any sense. I don't know what's going on. It seems like everyone's frustrated out here.
Well, in the midst of that frustration, the 4-time winner this season alone, Van Drugman, has assumed the lead now with Matthew Weeks out of the picture. Kind of a game changer.
Looks like here too, Tom. They have changed the restarts to single file, so that will be another dimension to try to get. Damn right. We're trying to get green flag laps in, and our race control definitely tries to do things to, actually give the viewers something to watch rather than pace laps. So hopefully this will be a positive thing.
Well, and you know what? The further we go and the more crazier it gets, I'm just going to start making fun. They can come for me all they want. They're showing their true colors here on the track here tonight. Some of these guys need to learn how to get to the end of the race.
Yep.
We go back to green flag racing. Van Drugman out to the lead. Jeremy, are you racing right now?
I'm in it, brother. I'm P10, but ride along with me if you want.
Sure. We're going to ride along with Jeremy Beal just for a minute, and then we're going to kick him on the broadcast booth so he can focus. Energizer Bunny humping the competition into turn 1. Behind Brad Gutierrez and smacking the wall is the expel machine of Trey Holmes in the 88 car. Then if you have a beer or any beverage, I would encourage you to keep drinking. Might make the race cooler. I don't know. Jeremy Beal, always a pleasure.
I'm the green.
Coming to green.
You're the real deal, Jeremy Beal. Let's go, buddy.
Riding
push me, Matt.
In 10th in top 10. Jeremy Beal, we're going to let you get back at it. Thank you for joining the program.
Thank you, brothers.
Good luck, man.
Thank you.
And that was the 42. Hopefully I can drop him in back into the right group. I think I did. If not, he could talk to somebody new and make a friend.
Might need to make some friends tonight, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Might as well.
No, Trey Holmes gets loose, and I think he may have hit the wall in front of Jeremy.
Yeah, as the right front of Trey Holmes looks pretty messed up. Going to try to keep it together, but an opportunity tonight for a guy who's already in, but would love a win here at Pocono. The 48, the Canadian, Matt Albert.
David Tooker just took second place from Travis Stroney. Went right down low of him on turn 3.
I don't know
Trying to
who
catch the
Travis Stroke me is. Oh, there he is, Travis Stroney. I'm just kidding. All kidding aside. Hopefully.
I think he'll enjoy listening to that back.
I hope he does. I'm a big fan of Travis. He's a good dude. Has a really cool looking machine. Again, if you live in the Temperance, Michigan area and you need somebody to mow your lawn, this guy knows how to trim a bush. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Like Scary Movie, gets out the hedge clippers, goes to town.
Goes Edward Scissorhands on it.
Yeah, he does. Really Johnny Depp-like, but without the drug use.
Yeah.
Van Drugman, David Tooker, Travis Stroney, Keaton Salyers, and one of my favorite drivers, Paul Wilkins, appearing in the top 5. Again, started 8th, currently 5th. He did have to serve an EOL penalty when he came back because he was on a hiatus. He was penalized, had to come back and serve it. And there he is, the 2022 Gears Cup Series champion. Keaton Salyers, Kingsport, Tennessee native, running in 4th place tonight. Again, haven't seen much of the 19 car up front, but that Miami Heat sponsored theme is a hot looking car. Cotton candy. Got a battle here for 5th right now between the 22 of Josh Cole, Paul Wilkins, Connor Rowe, and Brad Gutierrez.
And they're going at it right there.
They are going at it. People smacking the wall coming out of 3 and onto the front stretch. At least 4. I counted. Don't worry about up front. There's nothing cool happening up there right now. This is a battle for 5th. And again, Paul Wilkins leading the second group of cars. From 5th on back as the 1st through 4th spread out to the inside goes Matt Albert. Getting no love and getting no bitches. He's going to try to pull back into line. As he will twerk his way back in. Getting a little loose out of the tunnel turn is Matt Albert. And almost during Brad Gutierrez. And then Connor Rowe. A 3-way for 6th. Brad Gutierrez says exit the chat.
Yeah, he did a smart thing by backing out of that. It's these guys, I think that Tom, they're starting to get fallen back from the front few here. They need to work together and draft to try to catch those guys if they want to have a chance at this thing.
Absolutely. Again, Van Drugman very good almost at every single track he shows up to. David Tooker, as we've talked about in the past, a very solid driver as well, and I think if he sticks around, will be a Gears Cup Series champion one day. He's very prominent. You see that 4 machine up front most of the time. You're looking at Travis Stroney. Again, one of those guys in the playoff picture can clinch with a win here tonight or a solid finish, I think, would put him close. And a solid finish at Michigan next week would definitely clinch. He's not on the outside. He's right there on the bubble. Again, Travis Stroney having a good run there in 3rd. Keaton Salyers. Paul Wilkins, a big shout out to the 22 of Josh Cole. Pitch black Toyota Camry. Again, battling Paul Wilkins for 5th, but he seems to have backed out. Pulled out.
Hopefully he and Paul can, after they have it settled now, they can just work together and try to catch, 4th in front of them. That's their best shot.
Let's move it on back to the back of the field here. Looks like Ken Dorian Davis, Kyle Munson, Jacob Delgado. This is a battle for 15th. Kyle Munson leading the way. Blake Schneider has rebounded well. Back up to 14th from his incident in that Mac tonight. McDonald's Ford Mustang.
That's the scheme of the night right there. That's one badass car.
I think yours and his are right there.
Yeah, I wish I could have put more effort into mine rather than just slapping the number on it. But yeah, it's definitely that was definitely a big loss for dirt racing community today. But yeah, that Mac Tonight car, that's hot.
A hot car. I don't know if he made it or not, but it's a good looking car. Again, if you're just joining us, hi, I am Tom Dory, aka the Horse Boat, and welcome to my channel. You have Ryan Robertson in the booth as well here tonight for the Dundies 250. Again, the second to last race before the playoffs begin. Win and you're in if you're eligible. Good points finish here tonight for some of our drivers will result in a clinch. I say like clinch, like I'm clenching my ass cheeks.
Yeah, clinch.
Clanch. Again, we are just over halfway. Holy cow. Everybody spread out. That single file restart has seemed to do the trick. And what we're going to do right now is get back at it with another Loose and Loud and another one sponsored by the Buggy Hill and more. the future and back from the dead. Here we are coming back from the Loose and Loud. As you saw some dramatics happening there during that time. Wasn't going to get involved with explaining it, but Jalen Handcamp getting a dirt nap. And possibly out of this race. Again, Ryan Robertson here with me. I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. the Horse Poke. Again, bringing you the Dundies 250 live at Pocono Raceway, the tricky triangle. Trying to get through this race, less than 40 laps to go. And Ryan, first part of the race was rough. It seems like we've been on a good stretch, a good green flag run here right now.
Yeah, there's been a lot of interesting things happening, here in about the last, what was it, about 15 laps we've probably been going here. Obviously Van Drugman was out front. He pitted under green. Paul Wilkins up to second. As you and I were talking during the Loose and Loud, watch out for him.
Yeah, he's got a lot of speed, and he will make his way back up to the front, no doubt. He's on a different pit strategy. David Tucker out in front. Looks like he's trying to put the 34 of Brandon Meyer a lap down. Again, tonight has brought some craziness here to the Gears Cup Series, but nonetheless, we will get through it. And if it got worse, I would have just started with a comedy routine. I mean, what else? It's just good material.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like we got Matt Albert here taking third from Keaton.
Yeah, he's going to the inside of the 19, and 19 says, please do. Mount Albert in the Tide Ride, 48. Trying to get win number 2 on the season. Having a good run here tonight in the third. Salyers biting the dust. Front end is gone. Magically back on. Wow, it's like the sham wow.
Oh, wow, yeah.
What the hell just happened?
Looked like he pushed tight off,
so
too.
Realistic, Ryan. It's so realistic.
Hits the wall so hard, took the front end right off.
Got the clips on, clips off.
Yeah.
So apparently he's going to go to pit road. Magically getting the nose of his car. I don't know what it was. Spiritual pull onto that front end of the 19 Miami Heat machine.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Up a spot. Yeah, it is unfortunate. You're right. You're right. Blake Schneider in the sixth. Trying to bring the Mac Tonight machine to at least a respectable finish. My man, Jeremy Beal, the 42, started 30th, now up to 7th, having a wonderful run. The Energizer dry humping buddy machine. Doing the best he can. Kyle Munson, again on the bubble. A good finish tonight would help his chances greatly to clinch a playoff spot. Again, Tucker, Wilkins, Tucker, Holmes, and Albert all into pit. Brad Gutierrez and the Carvana Chevrolet Camaro will assume the lead with 36 laps to go. Houston Wood 88, come on, Paul, shine on, you're damn right. Let's go.
Paul's been solid tonight. Like you mentioned earlier, he had the EOL, so he started dead last in this race, and he's up to second, so he definitely has a chance in this.
I love watching Paul Wilkins streams. If you've never watched The Shine on Twitch, please give him a follow, a shout out. Again, he's one of Scotland's best drivers. I love talking with him. Every time you talk with him, it's a privilege, man. It's a treat. I love when me and Paul Wilkins cross paths. Brad Gutierrez, Blake Schneider, and Jeremy Beal, your top 3 right now. Kyle Munson, Christopher Plagliese, Robert Fitzpatrick Jr., Senior, Van Drugman, David Tucker, Travis Stroney, and Matt Albert in your top 10 right now. I'm going to post that. I want to pin that for Paulie. You know, I gotta say, a game that just recently dropped on Game Pass that came back.
What's that?
Mafia.
Mafia game. Wow, I haven't heard those in a long time.
Yeah, I think it's a remaster.
Okay.
So I've been kind of playing through it.
Yeah, because they made what, like 3 or 4 of those? Because I remember like Mafia 2 at least.
Yeah. It's been just kind of a cool. I don't know. I haven't played it in so many years. God, I mean, I remember.
Right.
I remember when it was coming out. I was like, oh man, this is gonna be badass, and I played through that whole thing. And so I'm playing through it again, and I don't know. It's just fun. I don't know. It's kind of like, you know.
Yeah, just a blast from the past, man. You know,
Hell yeah.
something that reminds you from a long time ago. You know, it's cool that they do that and remaster some of those games. I like that.
Bringing it back for sure. I am scheduled to play Minecraft with my sons tomorrow. Oh, maybe I'll broadcast my review. I don't know. We'll see.
That'd be interesting.
It's pretty fun. I know that those kids, you know, they're at the age now where looks like Jeremy Beal's going to pit. Where, you know, my oldest can lead my youngest boy, and, you know, they go through caves and they go through these things, and then they come down and they tell me and my wife about it. And I have no idea what the hell they're talking about because I haven't played Minecraft, consistently in at least a decade.
Right.
Shows my age, so shut up. But it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that. That should be a good run. Brad Gutierrez, Blake Schneider, Kyle Munson, Robert Fitzpatrick Sr., and Van Drugman. The 45 creeping back up. He's looking for his 5th win on the season. Ryan, what do you think about his chances here tonight?
No, I think he's got a good chance. I mean, if he count the 45 out at any track, I mean that's just not smart. You know, he's very good. But it looks like Tucker's actually gaining on him since they're on different pit strategies, so he's cut it down to about 3 seconds. So Elliott should file out to the lead, but we'll see by how much those tires can be a difference.
Will assume the lead.
Curious how this is going to play out, Tom, because even though they're pitting right now, they're still going to have to pit at least one more time, but it's going to be a shorter stop, so there could be some 2 tires, no tires, fuel only. This will be interesting here near the end if it plays out and stays green.
Yeah, and you got to wonder when, like, Robert Fitzpatrick and Kyle and all of them are going to pit. I know they've been out there probably the longest of anybody else now. You're getting close to, what, 31, 32 laps to go?
Yep.
Getting, like you said, you're going to have to pit one more time regardless. You know, I always think because I think I shouldn't say rookie, but I should say some people's mentality is like, I'm going to run it out, run as far as I can. But if the leaders have pitted ahead of you, right, and they're already out back onto the track, running laps, turning laps, and the spread keeps getting wider from the time they pitted and the time you've yet to pit, you're losing all of that time you incidentally gained by staying out those extra couple laps.
Right.
And by the time you get to pit road, make the pit stop, get back out onto the track, they're already made their time up and then some because you chose to pit so late. So, I mean, for some people, maybe they're hoping for a caution. I'm not sure if that's what they're hoping for. I highly doubt it, especially with how spread out we are right now. If something really bad is going to have to happen to make that happen. We got Brad Gutierrez and Connor Rowe. They might make it happen. We'll see. The 84-5 riding real close here in a battle for 10th.
These guys can never get away from each other. I mean, they're first and second in the points, and they're always next to each other. I swear. It just, I don't know. I don't know if they really like racing each other that much. It seems like it seems like they kind of get irritated with each other a little bit.
I mean, I think it's a little bit of cat and mouse. I know that they have respect for each other. I know they've had their run-ins
Absolutely.
with each other. But at the end of the day, these guys understand that they're vying for a championship here.
Right, yeah. I mean, there's bragging rights, and there's points on the line with that regular season championship, and they've been neck and neck all year pretty much.
And and your leader right now is Kyle Munson. Let's give the old boy some TV time as he's going to head into the pits like an asshole. Make a fool out of me. Van Drugman is going to assume the lead again. And Van Drugman, one of the road course racers' best here at the Gears Cup Series. Every time there is a road course, this man's name is in the top 3 every time. If it's not 1, it's 2.
Been watching this gap since Tooker took his pit. It was about at 4 seconds. He's got it under 2 seconds now, so we should pay attention to this gap here. Tooker may catch him here in a few laps. He's closing.
Yeah, as you can see, it is under 1.75 seconds. And closing again, the 4 car, that Budweiser King of Beers machine. Let's ride on board with the number 4, David Tooper.
Looking back at third, Matt Alberts caught Travis Stroney, and he's under him for 3rd place.
That is a hot 48 and the 21 battling for 3rd.
Oh, Travis not giving it to him.
No handouts or hand jobs given. 48 trying to shut the door all over the nose of the 21. You know they're friends outside of this. But
good move by Matt.
Yeah, good move, but almost no quarter given by Travis.
No. I mean, it's getting near the end of the race, and it's go time, man. You got to get as much track position and gain as much time on guys behind you as you can.
With me in the booth is Ryan Robertson. Ryan, I appreciate you hanging out. I know under unfortunate circumstances we're hanging out.
Yeah, that's all right. It's always a pleasure to hang out with you, Tom. Even though hey, it makes the night better even after I get involved in someone else's mess. But yeah, it is what it is.
So I got to tell you before you say anything, because I don't want you to. Been teasing. Whoa, what the hell happened there? Oh, Ken Dorian just took the high line there. Been teasing to people an announcement coming in the coming weeks that I think people will be excited about. Again, this will be after the conclusion of the Sprocket series. Not going to mention any names yet, but we're excited to put on a program. I know, Ryan, you'll be joining me a little bit, possibly racing over there.
Absolutely.
But I guess we'll talk about Sprocket Series while we have a moment. 2 races left. I mean, we got Atlanta and then Las Vegas to finish out. Last week's race at Talladega, still again a really good race all around.
Absolutely. I mean, one caution, so there's a lot of strategy going on. Like you and I were working together really well. That series has just been fantastic. I mean, if you haven't tuned into that, as a viewer, definitely need to tune into that. There's been a lot of great racing over there. It's been a lot of fun, man. Every week I've had a lot of fun, and I'm glad that I get to race with you in that. That's great. So the next 2 races are going to be awesome.
Yeah, and that's what we're hoping for. I mean, that's where my home is as far as Sprocket. I think, whatever happens with that series and however that turns out, looks like Tooker is heading to pit road right now, maybe trying a short pit.
Yeah, he's trying to undercut Elliott. He had caught up to him. Sorry, while we were talking there.
That's
Sorry,
a
Tom.
Smart move. I can't blame him for that.
Yeah, because he can make it to the end from here. That's really smart. We'll see how that plays out for him. That makes this really interesting. I wonder if Elliott's going to come pit this time. Or Van, I'm sorry.
I would imagine he might, because there's about a 10-second gap between first and second place now between Van Drugman and Matt Albert. You got Trey Holmes, Travis Stroney, and Skylar Comstock. To go back to Sprocket Series one more time, like I said, or like you mentioned, you know, we get to race together. I can actually get on the track with some of these Cup Series drivers that race in Sprocket. It's truly a privilege, and I feel like every time I step out on the track that I feel like I have a chance to race, to run a good race, and be solid. As the points are concerned, I'm surprised to be in third place. I'm like, holy shit, I'm in third place. That's wild. Like, I didn't think I would be that good this season. But again, showing up, doing your part, surviving the race, it's all a part of it.
Absolutely. Yeah,
and did pit, by the way.
Yeah, he came down, so that was he had to. He was forced to by Tucker. But yeah, going back to the points, I mean, the points are pretty crazy with the top 5 being within, I think, 20 with 2 races to go. So it's going to be wild the last 2 weeks, you know, with the plate track and then, you know, the finale being at Vegas.
You know, I got to tell you, like, Monday night, Atlanta, you know, what is it, 10 days from tonight or to that night? 11
Correct.
days, give or take, whatever. I want that win bad. I wanted Talladega. I'm not going to lie, I wanted it. But, you know, I don't want to be the guy that is known for taking people out the last lap of super speedways. You don't make friends that way.
Absolutely.
And, you know, I told Militia when we started, like, you know, if we end up being 1 and 2, which we did at the final lap, I was just going to stick with them. I think it was smart. I wish you would have stuck with me. You would have got third there at least if you would have just stayed status quo. I know you want to win, though, too. I get it.
Absolutely. You know, hey, we're competing with each other, you know, along with you know, working with each other. That's just, it's give or take there, but
Matt Albert running into some trouble. Trey Holmes taking over the lead in the 88 machine. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Ryan. Seems like
you're okay.
The last couple times there, bud.
No, you're good. Yeah, I'm actually rewinding to see what happened. Looks like Matt just ran really, really high off of one, and he gets in the wall, and Trey got a really good run on him.
Damn.
And then the next lap, I believe, Matt got really, really loose, and Trey pulled a little bit further.
Yeah,
he got loose.
I love that red and black of Trey Holmes here tonight. That 88 machine. I love the number scheme. I love the whole thing. It's a beautiful car.
Good to see him back in the 88. You know, that's his number. He was, you know, he was excited once that came available. He represents it really, really well. So good for him. Yeah, and that scheme is awesome. Clean.
Again, 22 laps to go. Trey Holmes out in front. Josh Colt in second. Connor Rowe in third. Blake Schneider in fourth. And Brad Gutierrez in fifth. All have to pit, I believe, one more time. But then you got David Tucker and Van Drugman in sixth and seventh. Guys who have already pitted. Good until the end to see Trey Holmes hitting right now. Josh Cole's going to assume the lead and get some points for leading that for the 22. Again, if you have a beverage, I would continue drinking that.
And Tom, as we were talking about the gap, Tucker was behind Van Drugman and undercut him. He's up by 6 seconds on him now, so that was a huge undercut.
Yeah, and now he's going to the inside of Brad Gutierrez for third and taking that over. This is going to be a race between David Tucker and Van Drugman for sure, but I think as these pit cycles through, it is David Tucker's race to lose.
Absolutely.
Not eligible for the playoffs, but eligible to spoil some hearts and dreams of potential playoff clinchers tonight. Oh, Brad Gutierrez getting loose in front of the four. The four is about ready to say, you know what, I'm about ready to put you out.
Yeah, he knows it's go time and he needs to go. He doesn't want to give Elliott any reason to catch back up to him.
Absolutely not.
I keep saying Elliott, sorry.
It's all good.
It's Van. It'll take me a
He
while.
shouldn't have switched names mid-season. That's on him.
Yeah, be on my side. I like it.
Josh Cole still your leader with Blake Schneider, David Tucker, Brand Gutierrez, and Van Drugman your top 5 with Trey Holmes, Kyle Munson, Paul Wilkins, Travis Stroney, and Skylar Comstock. Again, 2 out of the 4 RGR teammates in the top 10 tonight. A good finish for them. A big shout out here. I got to give props when props are due to the 25 Sheets Toyota Camry machine of Chris Plagliese inside the top 15 in 11th. Started 35th here tonight. Oh, we have a caution. Where?
I don't know what that was for.
Looks like somebody's car was a little crinkly. Let's back that ass up and see what we can see.
Oh.
Yeah,
Maybe.
oh, wow.
29
So
and
it
a
looks
12.
like the 12. Oh, 12 just. Let's see.
Oh, he lost it.
Looks like small wiener, big truck. Wow.
Ooh, close call for
Good
Gurley there.
Lord, and then, oh my. Gurley almost eats it, but he saves it, and that is a caution.
That onboard,
Go
that
ahead.
onboard's a brown pants moment. Sorry, Tom.
Yeah,
That's a brown
definitely
pants
poop
moment.
check.
Poop check.
Definite poop
Absolutely.
Josh Cole, your leader, but he's going to have to pit, and I think that might be a blessing for anybody who is staying out trying to hold out. They're going to have a shot now at trying to win this thing.
Yeah, that shakes up everything. All the strategy out the window. It's just going to be about tires now. Track position.
Looks like Delgado getting the reach around. Yep, I said it. It's been a long night, damn it. 10 o'clock on the East Coast.
It's been a long race, but that was a good run right there. A lot of good battles. It's a shame we didn't get to see the fuel strategy play out, see if anyone would take any major risks.
We almost
unfortunate
did.
really for Tucker. He played that strategy perfect.
It's like tonight was almost a race. You know what I mean?
Almost a race, yeah.
Thanks, Tony. Pump the brakes. Focus on what you can really control.
Again, who's going to pit and who isn't? So we're going to find out right now.
Pits may still be closed.
I'm going to take one more loose and loud under caution. I know that the NASCAR Cup Series like to do that, and I think it's hilarious. So we're going to do that too because I think it's just as funny. Right.
Yes.
Just a moment. Back to the future and back to the action here again tonight. Go back to green flag action here with less than 20 laps to go. Ryan Robertson here with myself, the Horse Boat, a.k.a. Tom Torrey. Hopefully you're having a good Friday night. A rough night has turned into a positive one, having a long green flag run. David Tucker will have control of the restart zone as the pace car is off. And we are set to conclude the Dundies 250. 13 laps to go.
Great start for Tucker there.
Again, any part of fuel strategy is gone. It's all about
Albert.
how good you are.
Sorry.
Albert shooting the gap. 3 wide for third. Peel trying to stave off 2 different cars. Oh, we got action in the back between Delgado and Trey Holmes. And Pugliese getting involved. Tyler Wooten getting his nose ripped off. Let's back that ass up with the gears, instant replay. And Ryan, as you mentioned, you didn't want it, but it happened.
Yeah. I'm not saying I can't say I'm surprised.
I think that's
unfortunate.
That's a racing deal there. Looks like Delgado.
A lot of net code there too. Looked like
Yeah.
that. I don't think that was anyone's fault.
Got
70s.
loose, and he banged
Yeah.
into Holmes and accidentally takes Pugliese with him.
Yeah, I mean, at least Pugliese didn't really get much damage
Looks
there,
like
if
he'll be
any.
good. Yeah, it looks like
Yeah.
he'll be okay.
Yeah, it looks like he'll be fine. But yeah, he got net coded into. Almost got past that. But I know he's had this one circled, man. I mean, this is his home race, so he wants to do good. And he's had a good night.
Wow.
Managed to stay out of some stuff, so he's still alive.
Again, if you're out in the chat, say what's up. Give me a sign that you're still alive. Happy to have you along for the ride.
Interesting note: Van Drugman pitted on that last caution. Tucker stayed out, and Van Drugman's already back up to 4th. So tires versus slightly worn tires. This will be really interesting. See if he gets really aggressive here on this next restart.
Jebs12 says this race is painful to watch. Yeah, you nailed it right on the head. The beginning was pretty brutal, and then we had that good green flag run here up until this point, and then the back-to-back cautions here towards the end. So they did have some good green flag run, or good whatever you want to call it. I can't even speak anymore. But it's one of those things where they had an uptick, everything was a lot better, and then we're having some cautions here. Hopefully they'll get that worked out here towards the end. And again, I do appreciate you, the viewer, hanging out. I know, Jevs, you were racing here. Hopefully have you back here soon. But I know it's been a rough ride here for a few participants. As we are getting towards the end stages of the Dundies 250. Next week is the last week of the regular season. I have been putting this into the ground since the opening part of this broadcast. Skull 200 next week at Michigan International Speedway. This will be live, same bad time, same bad channel here at Casa de la Horse Boat. I was planning on running next week, but I don't know now. I hope that you do, because you're a solid driver. I felt bad with our altercation when I partook. We can only get better from here. I do believe that we will. Again, we are going to be near 10 laps to go when we go back to green flag racing. Personally, I enjoy green flag racing. Yeah, me too, man. Makes my job a lot easier. as you can only imagine, probably from my viewpoint. Looks like Tuber is going to take the inside lane as lights are off, as we're going to get set. Hopefully for the conclusion of this race. Matt Albert outside of him. Van Drugman and Jeremy Beal, row 2. Connor Rowe and Paul Wilkins, row 3. Kyle Munson and Josh Cole, row 4. With Skylar Comstock and Travis Stroney rounding out your top 10. The biggest mover of the night started 39th. Now up to 10th is Travis Stroney. Big shout out to him tonight. Solid finish for him would do wonders in the points. And he's closing in on a top 10. A guy competing as well on the bubble right next to him in the 28, Skylar Comstock. Having a good night as well.
All those guys are close.
In that bubble. Yeah, like in that bubble zone, you got Kyle Munson here having a good night in 7th. This has been a good night for bubble drivers. Big shout out to JR Racing 37 for following us this minute. Bring us up to 432 on the follows. Thank you so much for that. Cannot appreciate enough the support. Again, the Dundies 250 at Pocono Raceway. The tricky triangle next week is going to be the Skull 200 at Michigan International. The final week of the playoffs. Matt Albert in contention for a win. Win number 2. Jeremy Beal in contention for win number 1. Van Drugman right there as well for win number 5 if he could pull it off. Let's see what happens as we go back to green flag racing. The 4-car controls, and here we go for the Dundies 250.
No, Elliott can take him 3 wide. Or Van, sorry.
3, 4, 5 wide. Who knows what the hell is going on?
Oh, they're wrecking in the back. No, he saves it. No. Blake Schneider saves it.
Schneider saves it. They go green, unfortunately, for the Big Mac attack. His contention at the moment is over, and Paul Wilkins taking Jeremy Beal for a ride.
What a save.
Calling him an Uber, and he doesn't save it. And a caution comes out.
That's unfortunate. That's terrible for Jeremy.
That is terrible. You got to feel for the Dry Hump and Energizer Bunny 42 machine. Yeah, and it looks like Cole tried to go the inside. Yeah, no quarter given there as he takes his left rear quarter panel and puts him out to pasture, and then the 34 finishes him off. Unintentionally, of course.
Yeah, he was along for the ride there.
We'll back that ass up yet again just to see what we can see.
Yeah, Josh made a late move there on Paul, and yeah.
Oh, that is unfortunate for Beal. We'll back it up again and take a long on the hood of Brandon Meyer. Shuffling around there ahead of him. And then the smoke. Beal hits his corner panel back into the wall. Nothing either one could do. Had a save. Oh no, he didn't even touch the 34.
No, yeah, they didn't.
Nothing to do with it. He just turns it back to the right and catches, and back in the wall he goes. That is unfortunate for Jay Beal, running Beal fast tonight. Now in the garage. Paul got hit. Yeah, I think so too. we can back that up one more time. What do you think? Paul gets an EOL. I'm going to cry. I don't think it was his fault. Hold on. Let's back it up one more time. Let's see. Oh, yeah, you might be right there with Josh Cole. Let's do a little chopper cam footage.
Hard to tell there. If it was contact, it wasn't
close.
much.
I mean,
oh no!
A little bit. It was a little bit. You can see the 22 giving the 11 a little bit of a shove. At least from the booth.
Let's see.
If anything, it might have been a little net code. Look at this. Let's see if there's. Look at the space right here. It was close, if anything. Yeah, you can see it kind of shunted him forward, so I think it's kind of net code. I don't think that should be on anybody, really, if that's anything. But I'm not the one in the booth in race control.
Yeah, it was very close, but yeah, it definitely looked like Paul's car shot forward under braking. So there was definitely contact there. Whether it was actually between both cars actually touching each other or not is questionable.
Trey Holmes asked me in the Discord how many drinks have I have had.
Not enough.
Not enough. Yeah, I was going to say not enough. Should have had more.
Yeah, you're not in regret the next day of having too many. You're in the regret of not having enough.
Yeah. Not drunk yet. Honestly, it doesn't really happen that often. Wish I was tonight. But this is a battle now between David Tucker and Van Drugman, with Matt Albert and Josh Cole, Travis Stroney and Connor Rowe, Kyle Munson and Skylar Comstock, with Brandon Meyer and Brad Gutierrez rounding out your top 10. They gave Paul an EOL. Wow. Yeah, I don't agree with that either.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't think that he deserved that. He didn't do anything egregious to wreck Jeremy Beal there. But the show goes on.
Yeah, I cannot. Yeah, I'm at a loss there, guys. David Tucker
Well, they're
is going to
stacking
lead us
up.
off as we get back to 5 laps to go. And again, people cannot get going. People banging each other out of the way, almost like Charles Barkley saying about banging a guy. Shaquille O'Neal laughing because he didn't understand the context, or he did. He was taking it the wrong way. Getting going wild. Tucker, Drugman, Albert, Cole, and Stroney, your top 5. Not gonna lie, the wind just went right out of my sails here. Tucker, Drugman, Albert, Cole, and Stroney, your top 5 right now. We get inside of 5 laps to go.
Trying to break that draft. Elliott's catching him. Van's
Doing
catching him.
everything he can to break that draft. Tucker trying to prevent another win for Van Drugman. Tucker has one top 3 and 2 top 5s.
Here he comes. Oh, he kind of blocks him.
Drugman all over the rear back area of the number 4 and to the inside now into turn 3.
Tucker gets the run off the corner.
Gets a solid run off the corner, as Ryan mentioned. Going to cross the line in the lead with 3 laps to go. Doing anything he can to stave off the 45.
Pretty equal in turn 1 there. Let's see if Tucker actually doesn't miss the bottom in turn 2 this time. That hurt him. Gave Van a good run last time.
Matt Albert looks like he's going to be settling into that 3rd position. If these guys make a mistake, he is there to pounce. Travis Stroney looks
Caution.
like and we've got another caution.
Jeez.
Not sure where it is. Oh,
Looks
and it looks like Blake Schneider involved in this one. Let's back that ass up and see what we can see. Oh, and it looks, Pugliese and Schneider involved in this one, unfortunately.
Yeah, Pugliese got loose off of 2 and came down into the 6.
Oh, yeah, you can see it. Yeah, it's unfortunate. And then Wooten getting involved in it as well. Another brick in the wall here tonight at Pocono. Right on board with Christopher Pugliese.
Yeah, not a good night for Blake Schneider. That dude has not had any luck. I feel for him. Avoidable incidents, Tom. Definitely avoidable. Looks like this will be our first green-white checkers of the night. Again, next week is going to be the Skull 200 at Michigan International Speedway for the final regular season race of the Gears Cup Series season. It's 2 weeks from tonight. We will be at Nashville Super Speedway. David Tucker in the 4, Budweiser King of Beers machine. Trying to bring this one home and prevent back-to-back victories for the 45 of Van Drugman.
David Tucker has not won in this series yet, so this would be his first win of his Gears Cup Series career. Matt Albert looking for win number 2. Big shout out to Travis Stroney and Josh Cole there in 4th and 5th. With Brad Gutierrez, Connor Rowe, Kyle Munson, Trey Holmes, and Kendorian Davis in your top 10.
So you definitely know that Van Drugman wants to get his first oval win this year. You know, he's won 4 times, but they've all been on road courses, so that's on his mind.
Yeah, I think his most impressive victory was against
Weatherholt.
Yeah, Weatherholt against him at the Chicago Street Course.
Great race.
That was a great race.
Yeah, otherwise that's been the only really competition he's had. I think maybe besides hand camp at Watkins Glen, but otherwise he's ran away with every road course race.
And it looks like they're going to go single file here for the end. Trying to get this through this race tonight. We are actually going to forego post-race interviews tonight. I've made the executive decision on that. One of the few times I will make that decision. Tucker now leads us down the Geico restart zone, trying to get us to the end of the Dundies 250. Oh, and Delgado already hitting the wall. Like almost on cue of like a dance recital. Battle between the 4 and the 45 with the 48-21 watching. Across this line here, it will be 1 lap to go. Again, a lot of these guys in the top 10 right now, even if they stayed where they were, it would be a solid finish for most of these guys.
Some of them need it definitely for the points, like we've alluded to. It's like Elliott's peeking in under Tucker for the lead.
Inside, trying to go for 5 and back-to-back victories here tonight. Final lap for the Dundies 250.
See who comes out of 1 ahead, unless they're still maybe side by side.
Van Drugman pulls the inside, has cleared him.
How is he going to pull the crossover?
Not able to do it right now, but he's probably going to save his stuff for the end. All over the back bumper of the 45, so you know this is not over. Into the tunnel turn they go. A little bit of a gap forms, but not enough, as the 4 has been better off of turn 3. Really have anything for him. Coming around for the final time. To be, as your winner, going to be the number 45 back-to-back Van Drugman, your winner of the Dundies 250.
That was a nice clean pass for the win right there. You love to see it.
Took forever to get here, but we are here, and it is over, and your winner is Van Drugman. Again, win number 5 on the night, or on the year. He's like a young Tom Brady of this sport. Again, he is a winner of the cool $30 cash. And only you will know by word of mouth who wins the random $5. Kind of cool and kind of weird at the same time. Love it, regardless.
Yeah.
But as you
I did see
scroll across
that.
the screen, yeah. That is your unofficial results tonight. We will keep that up here for a moment, and then we will wrap up the show. Again, we are foregoing post-race interviews tonight. As we'll wrap it up and get ready for Michigan for the Skull 200 next week at Michigan International. We'll be right back in a moment. Gears Cup Series. Again, tonight's Dundies 250 was sponsored by I wanted to bring that in. I apologize. Buddy Hiltner Memorial. Wish we could have done them a better service tonight, but we do appreciate their sponsorship and support of the Dundies 250. Again, next week is going to be the Skull 200. We will be there live, same bat time, same bat channel. Again, I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we do appreciate you watching the Gears Cup Series.